or um, not so much degrees, but like entrepreneurialism and money making in the same way.
I think it's got a bit of everything, innit?
Because Hackney had so much stuff thrive in the area, whereas Bow's got people there making things happen, but the area itself was kind of dry.
A bit
you know what I'm
dormant.
saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Back then, yeah?
Yeah, back then, yeah.
No, but I'm saying there was, like I said, there was one and two money makers around. Like I said, Fields come from that, innit?
They're known for it.
But then as the generations go down, it started to get, now, it's more about grease again.
Yeah.
It's gone grease again. The youngers don't want to...
Drill youths.
All they want to know about is doing dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to go make no money.
That's a good point,
which
you know.
way legit,
Yeah.
unlegit. They just want to bang and do shit. So, like I said, when I was growing up in fields at around 16, 17, it was a bit of both, but it was more leaning to the greasy side of things.
Sure.
Over in Bow, I didn't know about machines and
Yeah.
them thing there over there. You get me? I went round with my flicky over there them times. You get me? It's only when I got to Hackney, I started feeling like I had to roll with it car. It was completely different. You get what I'm saying? So it's a different environment. It's
100%,
completely
bro.
different. It was like,
Concrete jungle thing.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely more thorough and more.
I always thought that as well, because as an outsider, someone that's not like well informed on finer details, bro. Like I mentioned earlier, when you're beefing people over there and that you know that they're smoky, you have to be smoky to even have that.
Sorry to cut you. Even like before I forget, because my mind does that. Like you're saying, them times there, I was even nervous to be on the roads in Hackney.
Yeah.
For me, you get me, and I'm a confident youth.
Yeah.
You get me? The man that was on the road, you remember?
Serious
I'm
times.
about 16, 17, moving from Bow where nothing ain't going on, moving to Hackney. Man are getting licked over.
Yeah.
Man are getting clapped over. You get me? Man are dropping out. You see a man 1 week, next week he's gone, he's in jail. I wasn't seeing all of that in Bow. I seen that I saw that when I got to Hackney, do you know what I'm saying?
Because you got to remember as well as like having that serious noted historic history with them two areas, we're not even talking about like the whole of Hackney. We're talking about a part of Hackney.
Part of.
Right?
Yeah.
Beefing a part of T, yeah?
Sure.
But then imagine you're here and you're in London Fields, and then all these other areas before you even get to there have their own bad man as well. Because you got to think about even like Clapton was Murder Mile, and that's the road that leads to them areas. You've got, like I said, them Pembury blocks in the middle. You've got that square bit. You've got Holly Street. There's like Hackney is a place where it's like a survival of the fittest kind of place. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's got, whereas like it's like some areas you go to, you just know that like historically, like Brixton, where you're like your side of town in Brixton was one place. It didn't really splinter until later, innit?
Yeah.
Their thing, I think, has always been kind of separate. You know what I'm trying to say? If that makes sense.
Been loud from early.
Yeah.
I think people know that now, but I don't know if people, other than people who were like either local or directly involved, I don't know that people have always known that roads-wise that Hackney wasn't of one accord. Is that? Do you feel as though that's always been common knowledge?
When you say of one,
like basically the fact that like Hackney, you got one area, but you might have different factions within the same area. Where
okay, well, you thought Hackney was all one.
I think a lot of people might have thought that.
Yeah, do you know? A lot of people probably did think that. To be fair, because before me, like I said, before me and before Margs and all them lot, they had the older generation, and them lot was Hackney.
Okay, and that was
like,
one.
That was man like DC.
Yeah, big up DC, man.
CH. Them man there, that generation there, you get me? Them man there had the whole of Hackney pattern.
He's a legend, bro.
Toady, all them man there, do you know what I'm saying?
Another legend.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And then you had like Fox with Love and Money.
Again.
Love and Money was massive.
All them man there, there was a one movement them times. It's only like, from what I remember, from what I can remember, is when DC went Joe, is when Hackney just went, everyone just went their separate ways. You get me?
That happens in a lot of areas, you know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
When like a main player
you could really
goes
see
away.
that DC was the real backbone of Hackney.
Like a solid,
you get what I'm saying?
Definitely. Structure.
Definitely. You get what I'm saying? Because when he left, this is what I see. Remember, what everyone sees through their lenses.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. But this is what I see. When he left, that's when everyone just separated.
Yeah.
Certain man his age that's still from my block, they're doing their thing. Pembury over there. Square, whatever, certain man are not talking. It's just that, you know, like, and then
communication breaks down.
And then it left the man them kind of lost. It left me a bit puzzled because we got older man that used to roll with Dan, And obviously, naturally, we're gonna rate them and they used to roll with them, innit?
Yeah.
They might be saying one thing, the next one might be saying another thing, so you don't really know what's what. You're just in the middle, just growing up and just learning for yourself, kind of thing. Innit?
Leadership's a serious thing, you know, because not everyone has those qualities.
Kind of like free for all. When DC left, it was free for all, bro.
That's what you're saying.
Because you always
Simple
get
like that.
You always get that unruly you that's ready to get anything at any time, but he's not gonna lead you. He's just gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
And then if there's no one away there that says calm down to him, he's gonna rob that guy who used to be cool with that guy. And
I'm not saying nothing weren't going on before Fields.
Yeah.
Like obviously, naturally there must have been, innit? But Fields was popping them times there. Fields has always been popping, innit? And like I said, DC was he had the whole of Hackney moving as one. You get me? When he left, it just was mad. Like everyone was just doing what they're doing, and you know what I'm saying?
He's home now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been home still.
Yeah.
He's been home.
People might have, maybe not just in this context specifically, but I think just in terms of leadership in general, sometimes I think things look easier from afar. And you can see someone in a certain position, and it's easy to think that you would be just as effective in that position because you think you can see all that goes into it. But little do you know, the day you step into those shoes, you're now graced with everything else that you weren't seeing
that comes
before.
with it.
And then you understand that. You go, so I understand that still, because certain people might run a business, but they run it in such a way that people feel united as family, right?
Yes.
But then what happens is somebody else becomes at the helm. And all of a sudden, it's not for that family no more. It feels like business again.
Yeah.
And then you realise, you go, oh, it's because it was my man.
He was a good
it's
person.
Not, it's not because it's just meant to. It's not always going to be that way. He made it that way.
Yeah.
That
makes sense.
That's kind of like football. Shoot what he's saying, cause I never understood this football thing. Yeah. I'm not really a football man. Man is saying, yo, football's about the manager. I'm saying, how can it be about the manager? Ain't the players the ones that banging the goals and that?
Technically.
You know what I'm saying? So when man is saying, yo, it's the manager that makes the team great. And it's true. Like when you see it now, you can have like just say, I don't know, any team.
Yeah, it's like
They ain't got a proper manager. The team not running correct. It's true, and it could have been the team that was slapping shots in.
The same players.
Yeah, the same players.
100%.
It's because the locker room's not happy. So they come out on the pitch on bad vibes.
100%.
It's like the happy.
I think that's just
happy
life
wife,
in
happy
general,
life
though,
thing.
innit?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Even if you work a 9 to 5, because I know we're talking a lot of road stuff, but even if you work a 9 to 5, if you've got a good manager that motivates their team, gasses up their team, works on their strengths, teaches and leads rather than just bullies and
100%.
You know what I mean? Because some people flex their power so mad that they're threatened to fire people every 10 minutes. Whereas another person might be like, look,